Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Patricia Stuart of Patricia Stuart Originals. And today I'm working with my 5x7 gel plate. And earlier I was playing around with making some abstract art, creating a background with a mixture of paints rolled on with my brayer, excuse me, and then putting some dots of paint on the gel plate and then pressing the card gently over it, creating these types of organic marks. And another one was this, just using my palette knife, going in with some paint marks on the gel plate, of course, mixing paint, and then going down with some green and taking a pull. And when I got through taking this pull, whatever was left on the plate, I added some pyrrole orange paint over it and took the pull of the ghost print to this one. So it's a pretty interesting process, and I'll do a couple of them now for you to see. That it's pretty simple and easy to do and fun to do. This is one of my favorite ones. I did a background pull of some colors and then came in with the palette knife, just creating organic shapes, not realizing actually what they would come out to be. And that's the fun part, is that you won't know really what the end result will be until you take the pull. So I'll do a few of them just to give you an idea. Might be something you might want to try. Now I'm using index cards. I think these are 4x6. And I'm still doing my index card challenge for those of you who knew about it. And I think I have 132 left to finish out of the 500 card challenge. And I'm working my way through. So by the end, December 31st, I should have 500 gel printed back and front index cards. Okay, so I'm going to start randomly, just putting some paint down. Just adding some colors. I'm using my 2-inch brayer. I'm just going to pull these colors across, not so much blending them in, but just pulling them across. I may have some blank spaces, but that's the beauty of it. So your backgrounds can be pretty simple. You can use whatever color combinations that you want. And here is the background. And I'm using golden fluid acrylics, of course. This is permanent dark violet. So I want to create some type of design with my palette knife. I have a metal one here, but you can use a plastic one. And so I'm just going to move the paint around. No rhyme or reason. If you wanted to make your own shapes with them, you can. I'm just moving some paint around. And then I take the same one and take a pull. And there you have the beautiful combination of those colors with some organic markings with it. And that's one. As you can see, we still have some residue on the plate, and what I'm going to do is to keep working with that same residue. I'm not going to pull it. Okay. I think I'll add some green, just a little. And so I'm going to just roll over it. And so that I don't waste paint, I'm going to roll the excess paint onto my card. This helps to create a background as well. So I will take a fresh card and pull that background. And there's a nice one, picking up the violet from the previous pull. Okay. Now I'm going to keep moving, and let's see, put down some pyrrole orange, cadmium yellow, manganese blue, and I'm going to use my 6-inch brayer. I'm going to roll these colors. And again, I'm going to take this card and roll this roller right on top. That gives me some nice colors there. Then I'm going to take some Payne's Gray. First I'll take this pull. And that is nice, with a nice texture going on here. I'm going to take some Payne's Gray. I'm going to drizzle, taking my palette knife. No, I'm not going to use the palette knife this time. I'm going to leave it as drizzle and come right on top. Pressing gently, let it create its own organic shape. And there we have that. And when it dries, I can go in with my Posca pens and markers and do some accent marks, white lines around certain areas, or I could leave it as is. I still have some on the plate. So what I'm going to do is take a fresh card, and I'm just going to take some of it. All right. And then I will take this card that I was using the excess paint from the roller, my roll off. Put it right beside. There's so many ways to do this. That's one. And we get that. And I get some nice organic shapes here that I want to pull. And so I'm going to put down some cadmium yellow, and I'm going to pull this to see what it looks like. So there are ways to get your shapes and designs. And this that I just pulled, I'm going to roll this yellow off, just like that. Create something there. So let's take a pull of this here and see what we get. And this is the result of that. So from all of the picking up of marks, what's left on the plate are these nice organic tracings. So I'll do one more. I'll go in with some Titan Green Pale. Let's create a background, a little primary magenta, it's a soft red. Let's see what we can add to that. Maybe a little Naples yellow. And a little quinacridone magenta. Now I'm mixing all of these colors because it doesn't matter, because I am just doing a background, just a background sheet. Now I'm going to take the back of this and roll this color off, and that creates a background for me. So let's just take this pull. I thought of something just now. Before I take the pull, I'm gonna just put some markings, move the paint around a little bit. That adds a nice effect. using the palette knife. And now I'm going to put down some phthalo blue, because what I just rolled off the brayer a minute ago, I want to put a design on there. So I'm just going to just drizzle that. And there we have that as a finished. And again, we have more on here. Now I can take what I just did a minute ago, and let's see if we can get this down on the side. And we have that. And I still have some here. And what I'm going to do is come on top of that with a little I'm going to use some Titan Buff. Let's see what we can lightly come on it. I'm not gonna do the whole plate. I'm going to take this one, the back of it. Now this is a quick way to get through, those of you who are still working on your index cards. This is a nice, creative, quick way to get through them. And here we have that. Again, we could take Posca pens or Micron pen and add what you want. You could add words, small lettering, if you would like, and you can do some stenciling with some prints. It is endless what can be done using the palette knife, your brayer, to do your backgrounds. And so we have this was done with the palette knife. This that we just did. We have this one. That one there. These are still drying. Something like that. And this. So try playing around with your palette knife. And your designs. And yes, this was the first one we did. So it's a fun thing to do. You can experiment. You'll find different ways to make your marks. And it's just another creative approach. Palette knife, your paint, and a brayer. Thanks for joining me today. Keep doing art. Always think outside the box. Till next time.